So are we playing Beach Patrol next, Tom?
All right.
I don't know. I have to I have to check it out this weekend.
All of America is now listening to whether or not we're playing Beach Patrol.
Oh, yeah.
And the answer
Tune in
is
next week to find out.
yes.
I hope so.
I'm gonna patrol the beaches of Las Vegas.
Look at Las Vegas beaches. They're fake ones.
Yeah, the Beach Lodgio, or I don't know.
No, I don't think anyone's thought to do a beach-themed resort yet. So I think that's a niche that is ready for you three to take on in Monsters and Mobsters, an Abyssal Adventure, starring me, Lara. Hi. Hello out there. We're live, I think, if I did this right.
This is your-
And I might not have. Listen, I've had a few drinks. It's been a week, people.
Yeah.
It's been a decade just this week.
It's been 24 hours exactly, and boy. You ever getting to like 8 o'clock on October 1st and thinking to yourself, well, that's the end of October 1st. And then no.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Just the
Nice.
beginning, really. I can't remember October 1st before 8 o'clock.
It's the first?
Oh, that doesn't sound right. Obviously, it's still late March.
Yeah.
Hey, and thank you all for waking me when September ends.
And welcome to Abyssal. This is a role-playing game about humans, monsters, and those who exist in the delightful space in between, written by myself and Ash Cheshire, a Forge in the Dark RPG, which is being playtested by these knuckleheads.
Where? Is there more money? So who else is playing?
No one.
Oh.
Go ahead and introduce yourself real quickly, Lucky.
Lucky, the Lemon Lamanucci here. My name is John, and I'm playing Lucky. He's a degenerate kind of shyster who is haunted by ghosts. Actually, one ghost in particular. It's a Prohibition-era mobster named Bobby Blue Eyes Romano, and he's my best friend who's also trying to take over my body for his own.
I don't know what you're talking about, boss. I am here for you. You and me, 24/7.
How could you not trust that guy?
Weirdly, I'm going to skip Tom for a moment and ask, who are you, Hubert?
I am Hubert Books Mortowski. Sometime accountant to the mob, sometime occult researcher, maybe trying to do an occult.
Maybe. Are you psychic yet?
No, there's no such thing.
Oh, good. And that brings us to the last and perhaps currently least member of our trio, Paul Mall. Paul, what are you?
I don't know really who Paul Mall is. I'm just the shrouded one.
Oh,
I have no name.
you have no name. You
No.
have but a color, a deep gray.
Yeah, I'm a deep gray cloud of smoke.
Have you already forsaken your past life as a human, so quickly?
Well, I don't know that forsaken sounds permanent.
Oh man, I wish
I
I
have
could
temporarily forsaken it.
I wish I could exist deep in a cloud of smoke. That sounds fun right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you try really hard,
Come to my vape shop and you can.
if you try really hard, can you fashion your smoke into the shape of a human being with arms and legs and stuff, and be like?
I can only create one appendage, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
You're not like, Mom, Dad, meet my girlfriend.
She's so deep gray. And not a bilious yellow or an earthly orange.
And just the left leg.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hottest leg. We all know it.
Well, no.
Yes, poor Paul last week gave in to the pull of the miasma and has become a shrouded one, indistinguishable from the ever-present cloud of cigarette smoke that just sort of fills the casinos of Las Vegas.
Yep.
The consequences of this, I guess we'll find out.
Mm-hmm. I'm floating around. I'm just floating around.
But before we do that, we do have a little bit of downtime bookkeeping left to do because we are in the downtime mode. And only Paul Mall got to sort of make his decision for what happens between one mission and the next last week, and his decision was become smoke. So I thought I should ask his other compatriots what they plan to do with their time. Let's go with books first. What are you going to do with your downtime, friend?
Let's see. Where are the downtime? There we go.
So yeah, first of all, you do lose one stress just by default.
Okay.
And you can like pick an action from that list and tell me what you're doing, or you can just tell me what it is you want to do, and we'll kind of figure out what that turns into from there.
Overwhelmed all the time?
All the time overwhelmed. That's how I live my life.
Weak and overwhelmed. That sounds like my life. I have to do something about one of those.
Let's see what my indulgence is.
Oh yeah, you have a weird indulgence, right? It's messing about with the underworld,
weird.
starting
Yeah.
a fight.
I will start an underworld fight.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Whoa, cool.
Yeah, that's interesting. Your as an enlightened, your indulgence, which helps you lose stress, is to kind of use your psychic intuitions to cause trouble, basically. Which is to say, to start a fight among the factions of Las Vegas. So, who are you going to influence, and how? Are you planning to influence someone into starting a fight for dominance? Which
So what do we
normally
got?
would mean, like, getting someone or something to act against the Gossamer. Because they are the ones who are currently the most powerful supernatural entities in the city.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna spread rumors around that there is a powerful and ancient, almost forgotten, long thought lost occult book that has surfaced somewhere in the city.
Is this related perchance to that occult book that the dude on fire, Legufria, was interested in that you mentioned to him?
Yes, it is.
Excellent. Okay.
So, and like, oh, I think maybe it was at this. I saw someone this at it, trying to get them going after each other. Like, who's got it? Do you have it? I'll do anything to get it. I'm gonna blow up your car. And then, oh, they didn't have it. It must have been these guys. They stole it before we could get it.
Okay. I like that. I support this.
Okay.
Now, normally what I would do is I would throw a hard choice at you, but I gotta admit, I'm having trouble thinking of a good alternative hard choice for right now. So
you win.
you
Well,
win. You get everything you want. Okay. Let me paint this word picture for you, shall I?
Okay.
Like, in order to do this, in order to really kind of move these pawns in the way that is going to scratch this itch to use your forbidden knowledge, you have to kind of tap into, gently, the sort of psychic ebb and flow of the city. You have to use your weird connections to see who it is that is going to get upset if you start spreading this rumor. And what you learn, like, and this isn't a role, this isn't a thing that I'm going to make you actively do. This is just, you're heading out there, you look around, and the psychic thought, this divinatory thought strikes you. That guy over there. That guy over there is associated with the followers, is associated with these demon cultists. And if you mention to him just mention in passing as you pass that this ancient tome is in the Gossamer. He is going to start arranging to storm the Gossamer, and since Simon LeGuffrey is dead right now, no one will be able to stop that.
Mhm.
Does that sound like something fun to do?
Yes.
But
But
as you are sort of passing by, as you are sort of getting close enough to make this mention, you have a flash of insight, and that flash of insight is that this person, this guy, and as you get closer, like this is just looks like a homeless dude on the street. This guy is on his way to some sort of major compound of the followers, a major hangout of these demon worshippers, and you could follow him, let him follow his chosen fate, and learn some interesting facts about his faction, or you can scratch this little itch to see him start trouble.
Follow him.
yes.
Okay, that's the one that's harder for me. You bastard.
You made the hard choice. It's your hard choice.
I have only myself to blame.
I like how your hard choice was a hard choice for you.
Yeah.
It made the game harder for you.
God darn it. Then I'm gonna go ahead and ask you to make a roll that is probably creep. I want you to creep on this guy.
What's my creep? 1. So 1 is 2 dice?
One is 1 die.
Eh,
Okay.
not the best
Mark's
creep.
like, yes. Oh, good.
Not the best. Ooh, so this is just a fortune roll. Nothing tremendously bad is going to happen. You aren't going to get a great amount of information. But what you do see is, like, this guy turns down a back alley, then down another, then down another, until he winds up at, and now I actually want to look up the name of a particular casino, so I have to wait for this spreadsheet to load. That would be where is
Treasure.
the DeVille, I believe. Yes, that would be the DeVille Hotel and Casino. He slips in. He slips into the back door of the DeVille. The DeVille, you know, is not open. It's been perpetually under construction since the late 60s. But as you try...
Is it spelled D-E-V-I-L?
It is D-E-V-I-L-L-E.
Oh, just saying.
Cute.
It's
We're not going to find, like, I don't know, Grey Church devil members in here or something, are we?
What? No. This is he's probably going to do some construction.
That's good. Those are good paying blue-collar jobs.
Yeah.
Union, yes.
Yeah, he slips into the DeVille Hotel and Casino, but as you get closer, like, there is definitely the sound of shouting going on inside, and the part of you that is connected to the weird can absolutely recognize that there is some, like, magical potency going on. But as soon as you get within, like, 50 feet of the door, it slams open. And there's like a wave of heat coming off of it that you can feel from that far away. And a couple of just people are standing in the door, obviously on alert. And I imagine you do not want to mess with them and will sort of make your way. It is not currently safe to get closer to the DeVille.
It's literally hell in there. It's like hell's a casino.
Whoa.
So you have learned a useful fact.
That's their Hell Casino.
That's the Hell Casino. The DeVille Hotel and Casino was a resort poised to compete with both the International and the Landmark. but it has yet to open. And this is sort of common knowledge. It's owned by a fellow named Frank Carroll, who is like really active in the Vegas casino scene, getting equipment. You've probably see some DeVille branded chips like moving through your pawn shop every now and again. I assume people pay with chips sometimes. That seems like a thing.
Sure.
It happens in Fallout New Vegas, so it happens here. So, but it has yet to open, and some folks are hanging out in there.
I spelled Frank Carroll backwards, and it's the name of the demon Lorak Narf.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you don't want to mess with that one either.
Don't want to mess with Lorak. No.
Yeah. I think he was on Supernatural.
I think he speaks for the trees.
Oh yeah. He makes
Lorak is a pretty good
needs.
Lucky, what are you going to do during your kind of stretch of downtime?
Well, I have 6 stress, so I worry about that, but then I also worry about being weak all the time and overwhelmed all the time.
Both of those are bad, yes.
How do you get rid of a harm?
I mean, that is, you tell me what you're doing to try and remedy that.
How about giving into your abyssal nature?
Well, that's one thing. That's kind of why I don't want to lower my stress, because if I hit 9, I pretty much go abyssal because I die, and then Bobby takes over my body. Which I'm not
know that.
seeing how
He
that
might
goes.
not.
Huh?
You know, he might not take over your body. He might be a real friendly type.
It literally says here, my spirit companion has their own needs, helping them.
I mean, it's more like a roommate, I think, than like taking over. That's
Oh, it says right here, your spirit companion, like all spirits, wants to be alive again, and your body can be its vessel.
Hey, boss, who you gonna trust?
Yeah,
Me,
just as a
your good
passenger.
friend Bobby, or this spreadsheet?
You're right, Bobby. I apologize. Yeah, so maybe I'll keep my stress. I think I'll be fine. I do want to get rid of weakness. So, I don't know. How does one get rid of weakness other than rest?
I mean,
Do I have to indulge in my abyssal nature in order to do that?
no, I mean, literally, you just have to tell me what it is you think is going to make you feel better, and it's like, justify it to me, your GM.
Okay. Well, since my harm is weak, and I don't want that to come back and bite me, where I'm like, I want to do this thing. It's like, yeah, but you're weak, so you have to take a disadvantage on a roll or something. I'm gonna get rid of that. Yeah, I think that I go. I take the weekend. I don't know how long downtime is.
It's arbitrarily long.
Okay. I think we take a couple days after, facing the fire demon and watching my buddy Paul turn into smoke. I think I take a well-deserved couple days off. I go over to I drive over to a little resort outside of Vegas, trying to get away from the city for a second, and pretty much just have a little bit of R&R and relax for a little bit and swim.
I like that. That's good. That's good.
I sleep a lot, and I know that Bobby at the end of the last episode was like tapped out too. He was like he shielded me from a fireball damage, and he was like out of commission for the rest of this. So it was kind of like a time for me to wonder, is my ghost gone? Like, am I cured of this ghost thing or whatever? Because I couldn't really hear him or talk to him or see him or anything. And so, I take a couple days and I find that no, he's very much there. He just needed a little bit of recovery too.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to take him a couple days to to fully embody himself as well. He comes in it's like Back to the Future, but in reverse. It's
fading back in.
It's fading back in.
Exactly.
Something does happen at the resort, though.
Oh,
because
okay.
obviously you have to make a hard choice.
Oh, I do. Okay.
And I do want to confirm something with Tom.
Yeah.
Polly Mall, Paul Mall's mom, she dead, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I think what happens is while you were at the resort,
Hmm.
what did we? Was Charlie was sort of the spokesperson of that small group of ghosts, people buried out in the desert. That
Oh, he's a really nice ghost.
um, he sort
Very
of
well.
he sort of apparates before you, like near the pool.
Oh, I'm on vacation here, Charlie. What's going on?
This is a little unusual, but I had a request.
Hmm?
Um, a lady I know, through the old grapevine, uh, name of Polly Mall says you here's tell that you were familiar with her kid and kinda was hoping you could come on back to Vegas and sort of do a little interview, let her know what's going on, maybe even, have let him talk to her, let her talk to him, sort of thing.
Oh God, how do I, how do I, how do I tell her that her son's evaporated?
I'm not here, am I?
Probably.
Oh,
I don't think you can like really leave Vegas proper at the moment, at least not without a lot of work. If you're not able to do it, that's fine. I mean, she got all the time in the world, but she'd appreciate it.
no, I like this. I do have a question regarding Paul. What do I think happened to Paul?
Ooh,
Or
that's
what
a
do I think
good.
happened?
Like, what do you know happened to Paul? Is that you took him to the hospital,
Uh-huh.
and he was like not looking great, but he didn't seem to be dead yet. And
Mhm.
then he disappeared.
He
And like
disappeared.
the next time you went in, he was literally just not there, and they had no idea what had happened to him.
Okay. Oh man.
Has Paul appeared to you and books since then? Or did you sort of head out to the resort quickly after?
I don't think so. I don't think we quite know what happened to Paul yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So here I am. Oh my gosh. What
Oh,
could
do you want to know?
do I want to know what?
Well, no, I mean, like, I think I would have actually gone and sought you both out. So
Yeah,
I'm
but
not,
like so soon, I could see you, being
I
kind of
do have a shred of humanity. I will not betray my friends,
Mm,
which with a bunch of stuff going on would probably mean ditching them. So
and
I think,
I don't think you're gonna ditch us. I just think that like after all that craziness happened, I'm like, I'm out, bitches. I need to leave for a little bit.
sure, okay.
okay.
I get. What I mean is, I'm looking for you, and whenever you want me to find you, I will have found you.
Right. I don't think that's the last we've ever seen of you or anything. Obviously, if anything, you're gonna be invaluable. The most invaluable child you've ever had. Okay, so you know, with everything that happened to Paul, and I'm feeling a lot of guilt for bringing him into the whole situation in the first place. And I know that, he would have wanted to know. And I have no idea what happened to him. I don't know that he's obviously, I don't think he's dead. I think he just like ran off. He said, screw this, I'm getting out of here. This is too much for me or whatever. So he left. So that's a good decision. Yeah, I go talk to Polly Mall.
You go and talk to Polly Mall. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, y'all just making me do the hard work. Okay. So yeah,
To be fair, Books' hard work wasn't that bad. You told us there's a casino called the Devil.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's DeVille. I would like
It's
to
French.
point out, like this is very important for me to point out. Like this is a casino that actually existed. It's on the Las Vegas playbook as like a notable empty casino that could be host to any supernatural faction as necessary.
Like
And the
the
fact
devil.
that it happened to be the friggin' demon worshippers really was just a 1 in a million
That's
Yeah.
fair.
chance.
Yeah. Sure, you
Um,
didn't make it up for right now.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I need to go tell her what happened to her son. I need to find out what she. I mean, Paul, refresh my memory real quick. You are trying to avenge your mom. Did she die under mysterious circumstances?
No, it was more that he felt like she was worked to death, kind of went to an early grave because of the life that she led, which he blames on them.
Right, and that's what you think, but maybe there's more to the story. Okay, I need to go find out.
All right, I love it. So yeah, okay. Thing is, she's gotta let you know she's a pretty kind of weak spirit, someone who's really close to just sort of
Oh, that's
evaporating.
really good that I'm gonna go talk to her right now. Then I could have missed my chance.
Yeah, so I'm glad you made the decision. And he gives you an address and asks you to hurry, and you can drive there. You're gonna have to check out of the resort early. I'm sorry. You aren't
Alright.
nearly as rested as you want to be.
Not at all.
But you do get to. Let's see, Paul. Did y'all live in the casino, near the casino? Where did you live?
Henderson.
Yeah, honestly, wherever poor casino workers have to work in
Oh,
proximity to their casino
probably Henderson.
in the 1970s.
Okay. Probably somewhere on West Side. Probably somewhere on West Side would be pretty. Little walk up apartment. So yeah, you're given an address. You make your way there, and it's a little walk up flat on West Side.
She's a ghost, right? She doesn't need a house.
Hmm?
She's a ghost, right? She doesn't need a house.
She doesn't need a house.
Okay.
Charlie, lets you know that the door is going to be unlocked, and you get there, and it is, and this place it's been emptied out as if it's not sold at the moment. They're looking for someone to take it. Someone moved out recently.
Oh, do I walk in and I see on the door frame it says Little Paul age 5, Little Paul age 6.
Oh, see, it's worse than that because someone has tried to whitewash over it, but it's still shining through. And yeah, within there is the very wispy form of Polly Mall. Very thin, pretty, old-looking woman who, her entire lower half has just sort of faded away into obscurity. She's sort of very fuzzy at the edges, and she looks up at you as you walk in and reacts when you look at her,
Right.
and asks, "Are you my boy's friend?"
Yeah. Hi, ma'am. My name's Lucky. I know your son. That is to say, I knew your son. For I don't know how long did me and Paul know each other? We probably knew each other for a couple months. Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
not that long.
Yeah, I've known him for a couple. Boy.
What's that?
He's told me a lot about you.
Oh, I just want to know that he's doing okay.
Oh,
My boy.
Yeah.
Can you bring him here to see his old mom?
all right. Well, about that, ma'am.
Do you give her the story? You don't have to go through the whole thing, but do you tell her everything?
I mean, I don't know if I wanted to. Yeah, I mean, no, I do. I mean, this is her last. She may or may not be around or whatever, and any information she could give me regarding anything we're experiencing could be useful. I mean, who knows what she knows? So I go into the fact that her son has been trying to kind of avenge her death for a number of years. He's confided in me that he's trying to do that. I tell him a little bit about Carlo Carlucci, the casino owner who stole my wife, and obviously she knows him, all about him.
Oh yeah. Oh, that Carlucci.
Exactly. Oh,
Ah.
he's gonna get his. Let me tell you. And then I go into how we fought a fire demon, and how the fire demon pretty much led to the events of her son disappearing.
All right. I love that. She loves this story. She loves hearing about her kid. She doesn't like that he's disappeared.
No,
But she's dead and she's fine, so she has a pretty reasonable attitude to at least he's living his best life.
Pretty chill.
I do. I do appeal to her and ask her whether or not she knows where her son's gone. If she's heard any, obviously she doesn't because she didn't know about all of this or whatever. But now that she knows, if she could, put feelers out, do whatever she can do as a ghost to maybe help find where he is.
All right. I love it. And she says that yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Anything you could tell me? You know a lot of things about Carlucci. You worked with him for a long time. And anything you could tell me about Carlo Carlucci that might be helpful in our endeavor?
Oh damn, she did work with him for a long time, didn't she?
Like a long time. Like she probably knows some things that maybe we
Decades.
decades.
All right.
Times he like slapped her ass like so many times while walking by.
Yeah,
Carlucci.
okay. She defo has intel about Carlucci. So you're gonna get good intel off of this.
Okay, go for it. Do you have to roll for it?
I don't think so. I'm not gonna make you roll for it.
Okay.
I'm gonna do. What am I gonna do? No, you're getting free intel on Carlucci. The free intel on Carlucci is like she's only too happy to tell you all of the shitty things he has done to, at, and near her.
Okay.
And like the pattern that she has noticed, and she had nothing to do for the last several years except think about her entire life, is that a few things are not surprising. He's really awful. He's very shitty to everybody. He's kind of violent in a mean, in-person, thuggish way. He is young, or more to the point, he looks fairly young, but he has looked fairly young since she first started working, well before Paul was born. She was always impressed with the fact that, he doesn't seem to have gotten past his mid-30s. And he's been around for a while.
Dorian Gray.
And, she also has can give you some limited information about what his sort of routines and habits were when she was working there. Evidently he had a very complicated morning process that was not to be interrupted. You go in there while he's still having his coffee, you are fired at best.
Or when he's drawn his pentagram.
When he's bathing in the blood of innocence.
Mm-hmm. And one thing that she will admit, here's the thing about Carlucci not a lot of people know. He always watches the magic shows at the fucking Regal Royale. He always watches the magic shows. I don't know why. I don't know why he thought it was so important, but he did.
Okay, wonderful. I love it.
All right.
And so I have always shitty to everyone, violent, mean, thuggish way, looks young for a long time, morning process, don't interrupt, and watches magic shows.
Yeah. Fucker loves Penn and Teller. Yeah. Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? All right, ma'am. Thank you so much. That's actually I feel like that could be helpful. So thank you, and I promise not to stop looking for my friend and your son, Paul Mall.
All right. And she, like, at this point, she is starting to kind of disapparate a little bit. Not in a permanent way. Like, she's getting pretty confused. She's exerted a lot of her energy, and so, she says goodbye. But like by the time you're leaving, it's clear she doesn't quite remember who you were or why you were here. And she starts feeling a little fuzzy again.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. Good downtime. Nobody got what they wanted.
Not at all.
I did.
Can I like take one stress off or something like that?
You lose one stress for free at the beginning of downtime.
Oh.
Congratulations. You know what? No. I was gonna say, are you? Does that count as like doing your Abyssal Indulgence, which is doing
ghosts? I did talk to ghosts and do a favor for Charlie.
You did a favor for Charlie. What Bobby wants is for you to put dead spirits to rest, and this could be seen as like getting closer to that.
Yeah, totally. I gave her peace.
Okay, you can do that, but like the way your indulgence works, you're going to gain some surface heat as well because.
Oh, I read that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You doing it? It's roll your humanity. Yeah.
Yeah. I roll my humanity. What's my humanity? Where do I embrace?
It's how many shreds of humanity have you defined? I think it is at least one. It might be two. It is two. Yes.
2. Okay. Let me roll 2. 4 and 4. What's that mean?
4 and 4. It means you lose 4 stress.
I relieve 4 stress?
You relieve 4 stress.
Wow. Holy heck. I love it. Okay.
However,
Well,
you like.
I did get surface heat.
You get some surface heat.
What does that do and what does that mean?
Well, that means that I think y'all are going to be you're going to be seen like breaking out of this apartment. I think is where this naturally comes from. You have literally trespassed somewhere you are not allowed to go. So, like as you are coming out, as you are walking out the door, you hear a whistle, and there's a cop says, "Hey, what are you doing?"
A whistle. Is that like a Bobby?
He's twirling an old-fashioned nightstick. Mm-hmm.
No. What's all this then?
What's all this?
And you're just gonna gain 3 surface heat. 2 surface heat. Okay, that puts you at 7 out of 8 surface heat.
Surface heat, the name of my new one-shot game.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Takes place on the surface of the sun.
Yep.
What if the whole thing is like a kind of shitty, hard-boiled attempt at like Red Shoe Diaries attempt at like a detective noir or something,
Oh,
sure.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. Surface heat. There's like extremely sexy sax.
Like the guy's good looking, but in an unremarkable way.
Uh-huh.
And the girl's like really pretty, but like too pretty to be like an actual star.
There's something about the production value that's just off.
Sort of looks like a commercial, kind of.
It does have this sort of glossiness to it that it's hard to explain. Anyway, that's next week.
That's next week.
Surface heat.
Service heat. This week, y'all have done your downtimes. It's back into action. It's let's cut to the basement at the pawn shop. This sort of free play time.
I come visit books.
Oh, hey.
I come back from my vacation. Chilling, go into the pawn shop.
We're closed. Oh, it's you.
We're double closed.
We're out of business forever.
Yeah, I imagine you have a lot of cleaning up in this pawn shop to do.
Yeah, I'm like mopping and picking up a bunch of like burnt stuff.
I start grabbing a pile and moving it to the trash can while telling books about my encounter with Paul's mom.
Hey, nice. Nice. High five.
And I think, yeah, now is a good point for the room to start filling with smoke if you are ready, Paul.
Mm-hmm. You think that there's somebody outside doing fat clouds.
She's like, whoa.
Another one of those vaping kids.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing vape tricks everywhere.
Yeah, but yeah, no, actually, smoke does start to sort of like curl up from underneath the door, and then it sort of wafts into.
Shit, is something else burning?
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, there's just a sort of person-sized. Am I person-sized?
I think the way I picture you is you kind of fill the room enough to disguise a person-sized mass. Like
There you go.
you're big. You're a goldfish. You spread to fill your container.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So things start getting a little bit hazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for a second, I think that Lafruglia, what's his name? Lagufria is back. And I think, oh no, Hellman's back.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so I think I'm allowed to do this. You just sort of hear like a rasping, gaspy sound,
Oh, yeah.
and then you finally hear like, oh.
What the hell was that? Are you okay? Was that you?
I thought that was you.
Oh my god.
Did it say Paul?
It couldn't
Oh.
be. Ghosts aren't real.
Hey, now, okay, I can move shit around as the miasma, so I can like pick up a book or whatever, right?
Hey, Paul, help clean up.
Maybe, okay, I go over to the place where I died, wherever that burnt book is, and I pick up the book right next to it, or what? Basically something that indicates that spot.
Whoa.
Yeah. So how does that work anyway? You see like basically a smoky sort of appendage form coalesce out of the haziness, and
I think it's more like
moves.
We don't even see it. Like that whole area just becomes so dense with smoke. The book is surrounded, and you can like throw it out of your cloud, or you can drop it with a big old bang. But I think you can't really see what you're doing. It's
all right. Yeah, that's even better because
smoke.
the whole thing is like, is it really real?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I pick up a book and then I drop it in the pile of whatever ashes of the book that I burned before. And it makes a nice
sweeping.
cool ash cloud.
I just go, oh, thanks. What?
Ghost?
Ghost?
I asked Bobby, I said, are you doing this?
I ain't doing this, boss. I don't know what's going on there. That is no ghost. I can guarantee.
Can I form a smoky finger and flip in the bird? No, that's not what I want to do. Like, how small of an area can I manipulate?
Ooh.
Yeah. Can I write something in soot? It does say that I can take physical actions to move objects or open doors. So in theory, I can move an object enough to trace a little message in the soot.
Yeah, I will say, because it is cool, if you want to like form your smoke cloud on the wall and write something in soot and then back away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Yeah. So you see precisely what happens that he just described. This cloud of smoke coalesces, and when it clears off a little bit and it's just hazy, you see in big nasty black letters the word Paul.
I thought it was gonna be the initials ICP. Oh, Insane Clown Bossy, it's totally Paul.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that was his favorite band.
Which I feel like that would take a lot of energy too. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like tired from
this. Is Paul? What does that mean?
Paul.
Paul. What could it mean?
I've heard of the lost city of Paul. It's in one of my books.
Okay, so obviously we know that it's Paul. Like, I had a pretty good inkling it was Paul when he picked up his burnt book and dropped it on the ground. I mean, Yeah.
There's how just like on a scale of 1 to 10, how sick is it that you realize that I've turned into a cool cloud of smoke?
I mean, now I know that it's like, whoa.
It's his greatest dream.
Paul, is that you? I shout excitedly and worriedly too.
Yeah, I flap the cover of the book a little bit.
I
He
think
always was doing stuff like that.
It's worth mentioning, like, as you're shouting excitedly to Paul, the air around you is full of smoke and full of Paul. So you're like,
Mm-hmm.
Open a window.
you're just
Yeah.
kind of joking a little bit on on him.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna have to get used to this.
I got it. Oh yeah, 95.
I form cloud hands and I like, sorry.
It's 11. I asked Bobby if he's ever seen anything like this before.
Nobody's ever seen anything like this before. This is nuts.
It is nuts. Okay. So here I am. I'm starting to realize it's all hitting me. I'm like, I'm a ghost man. Books is obviously Oracle man. And then here we have our best friend who's now a smoke man. And I think, wow, we're the X-Men.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And then out of the smoke come these kind of weird looking costumes that you have to put on.
Yeah.
And
And X-Men existed back then, and my character is totally a comic book reader. So there you go.
Mm-hmm. Also, I feel like I should say, like, maybe areas where I seem to concentrate, like, there seems to be, I don't know, like, corroded a little bit, or, like, you know, there's a stain left behind, or I seem to do some damage to my surroundings, maybe. Not heavy, but...
You're a heavy smoke cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like,
I
I feel that book you picked up, the pages have, like, already turned kind of yellow and crackled.
Yeah,
at the
exactly.
edge. It's still readable. It's still good, you know?
Yeah, just be gentle with it.
Just maybe the resale's not as fine as it might have been.
So, Paul, that's what happened to you. You turn into a smoke? You turn into a cloud of smoke?
friggin' gross.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, you guys suck. All right, I get rid of my last shred of humanity about not betraying my friends because they're
No,
Asthma,
jackasses.
No, it is. It's gross, but you're still our buddy. And then my head starts churning, and I start thinking. Right now, I start thinking, this is amazing. This is fantastic. You know the damage we can cause now. I'm serious. It wasn't necessarily me saying we're X-Men, but we're like. I started seeing in my head. We're like a superhero group.
We can give everybody lung cancer.
Yeah, exactly. We're the grossest, weirdest superhero group in Las Vegas. And so I instantly start kind of talking to books and saying, how can we use everything we have going right now to do what we want to do, which is take down Carlo.
Carlucci's not going to know what hit him.
All you kind of hear me gasp is "will help."
Okay.
That's 2 words.
Well, there's one-word sentences. So that's 2 one-word sentences. So
Okay.
it's first will,
He
and
said,
then you hear help.
minutes later.
Because if I just said help, then I'd have to specify whether I'm asking for your help or if I'm going to help you. So I figured we'd just get that clear.
I'm going to allow it, but I'm going to mandate that Lucky thinks that you are now looking for help from a man named Will. So,
I'm looking for Mr. William Help.
Hooray!
So I start telling real quick. I tell books, and I tell my smoke friend Paul about meeting Paul's mom, and then I kind of start explaining to the smoke around me that she's okay. She's a weak ghost. I think that she's getting close to passing through and actually escaping Vegas, which should make Paul happy. But I did go into the tidbits she gave me about Carlo.
I think you see some kind of reaction like turbulence or churning or whatever, just because that's a very emotional thing.
Is that smoke crying?
Yeah, like or walking around in circles, or what it seems to be upset. It's an upset sort of churn.
The smoke is bummed out.
Mm-hmm. You see a big sad. I draw a big sad face on the wall, and
you hear who's cutting onions in
yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, toxic masculinity is still affects the miasma. So yes,
I'm not crying.
Allergies.
I'm not crying. You're crying. Anyway, I indicate my willingness to assist in the best way that I can.
So, Books, how can we use this? The fact that he's that he doesn't age. He's obviously undergoing some sort of Neutrogena demon skincare that keeps him young all the time.
VO5 hot oil.
Alberto VO5.
It's the hot oil treatment. Yep. I use it a little too much. Although, but neither of you know exactly what I can do. Although it makes me wonder if you want to try and research or figure out what I am.
Yeah, as of right now, I mean, Books could figure out what you are, right? Like, doesn't he have it?
Well, yeah, in theory. But all you can like visibly see is that I sort of like Lara said, things that I touch seem to kind of wither a little bit. But what else can I do?
Are y'all gonna do some like deep research now?
You can float through an air vent and make her Lucci cough.
You know who would probably have records on this is City Hall.
Yeah. Like the fire marshal's record.
Yep. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
So like I start like batting at the smoke, being like, "Can I touch? Can I? Are you like really there?" And you know.
I think I try. You know, I form enough whatever surface or pressure to brush up against you, so that you can feel that there is.
I feel like there is some sort of
a physical something. Yeah, maybe Maybe it feels like a strong breeze. I don't know, but you feel something.
Like that. It feels like a strong breeze. Like you're brushing in, and suddenly there's a slight fan of pressure.
And then it slowly blows across the back of your neck.
Oh.
Yeah, things take a turn.
Why? Oh.
You know, boss, if we want, we could try taking this smoke thing to the blonde dame at the Gossamer. I forget her name, but she seems to know a lot about weird stuff.
That's not a bad idea.
Just throwing that out there as an idea.
I mean, any chance to see? That's the Gossamer. That's Marilyn, right?
I don't remember her name. She's after my time.
I couldn't remember if what's her face. The other woman was also blonde.
She was was Cheryl or I can't remember what.
Sandra Duke.
Sandra. Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since we've touched base with our business partner Marilyn, and we're still yet to hear what her request for our task that we have to do is. So it might not be a bad idea to go check in on her. What do you think, Books?
Yeah, sounds good.
Or you can do whatever you want. I'm just throwing out a suggestion.
I mean, I also want to discuss the bill because I guess you tell me about the bill. Do you keep that to yourself?
Well, and like, weren't we gonna look for some? Now that we know we're up against the Gray Church or whatever, there's that whole thing going on, and there's a lot of stuff going on where we need allies.
Yeah.
Oh
you
yeah.
You sense this
problems at you.
Yeah.
I was maybe gonna go talk to the boxer too.
Oh yeah, Sonny.
Yes, the thing that was going to kill you.
That was then.
Yep.
This is now. Sonny Liston.
I don't know, boss. I mean, Sonny Liston, he seems important, but he seems kind of dangerous. You know what? Yeah. You should probably go there. You know, it's probably a good idea.
I live for danger.
What's that?
I live for danger.
Yeah, and I'm saying it's like Carlo is dangerous, and he has devil shit on his side. And so I figure if we could get in with other dangerous ghosts, and he seems to have a network going on of like ghost stuff. I mean, how valuable would that be?
Yeah.
But first, let's go see what Marilyn has to say. You guys good with that?
Yep.
All right.
I can't really say much, so.
We put the smoke in the jar, and I put it in my coat pocket, and then we go over to the Gossamer.
Okay, you head on over to the Gossamer. This is interesting. I hadn't thought about this before, but I imagine that actually being in the Gossamer is probably deeply unpleasant for the Shrouded One. Something that, like, is a cloud of smoke that wants to expand to fill its room. You're not in a room, are you?
Yeah. How does that work when I'm out and about, living large? I fill the entire city.
Oh, man.
What's the Gossamer gonna do for the Shrouded One to make the Shrouded One to make it like the ideal?
Yeah. What's my ideal casino?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
It's packed like to fire marshal occupancy with smokers.
Yowza.
Just standing shoulder to shoulder.
Oh, boy. Jumping Pie Jiminy. Hadn't considered this. Okay. So I think... Sorry, I just got to take a sip of creativity juice.
Mm-hmm.
I think the way it works for you to get around Vegas, Shrouded One, is that, like, once you are outside, you can't really coalesce. So, like, the
right.
sort of smoke that carries you spreads out, and it just becomes a part of this sort of low-level haze that dominates the city. So for Lucky and Books, you walk out the front door of the pawn shop and you look behind you, and there's what was once a room kind of filled with roiling smoke, with like a dark gray patch in it, just sort of fades away, sort of pours out the door, and whatever sense of Paul you had doesn't seem to be there anymore. But, like, I will say, especially for you, Books, since you do have arcane connections, you sort of get the feeling that the Paulness of Paul is still present. You know, you can touch his Paulness if you reach out.
Well, only with my consent.
Yeah.
As y'all make your way down to the Gossamer.
Well, it's a really interesting mechanic because Paul's powers, which I think we're going to learn there are plentiful, are going to be like, in order for him to really utilize his powers, he needs to be in like an enclosed space. Like, he's not very effective outdoors.
Oh,
Is that true?
I think he can make himself be effective outdoors. It's just not natural, right?
It's just not natural.
Just ain't natural.
Mm-hmm.
This
Not
sort of
being in
thing
a
just
room.
ain't natural.
Just ain't right.
You're born a human, you're still a human. You're just pretending to be a cloud of smoke.
Oh.
No.
So when the ghost takes over my body, I'm still a human? I'm just pretending to be a ghost?
No, you will be dead. If that happens, which we're not saying it ever will. Paul, I'm going to make you a deal. This is sort of not official mechanics. This is me doing a ruling, but I made the game, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm going to say you can, like, if you want to appear within the Gossamer, you are going to sort of struggle against its non-existence, and that is going to cost you a stress to be present. Do you accept the terms of my agreement? Or you can sort of sit out while your two meatbag chums are going in.
Meatbag.
And what are the terms of the agreement?
If you want to come to the Gossamer to actually enter in this casino, you're going to have to take a stress. You're like fighting against it to be in there.
No, I think I'll do it. I feel like I need to be there.
Okay. And
From the bros.
Yeah. As the Shrouded One, you have a separate stress meter than your whatever normal real form.
Yes.
I didn't need to be in there because I need to kind of like point to you and be like, "What is this?
What?
What is this?"
You know. Oh, he was right. He was right there. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. He looked kind of stressed.
You need to go outside.
All right. I have taken one stress.
All right. Welcome back to the Gossamer gang. What What the hell does a gossamer look like to a smoke monster? You know what? I think my instinct is to say it probably seems similar to how it did before, since
Yeah, I think
it's
so.
still
It's
appealing to
just
like your human.
yeah, it's just viewed from the well, and it's also viewed from the other perspective. Like that's what you would want anyway, is a bunch of people, smoking cigarettes in a dirty old casino.
That's what we all want.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only thing I ever wanted.
Bless you.
Thank you.
We have an appointment with Marilyn. Well, we don't really, but we want an appointment with Marilyn. I tell the concierge.
The concierge looks over the two of you that he can see and sort of takes a deep breath.
Tell her boyfriend's here.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What are you bringing with you?
That's Paul. He's her friend.
Dude, it's a new cologne.
We don't mention Paul.
Okay.
I have no idea what you're talking about. We need to see Marilyn.
I think the concierge is like pretty about to give you the cold shoulder, and then the house does walk on down. She, still in the guise of Marilyn Monroe, slinks up and says, "Lucky, well, hello, books."
Marilyn.
And where's your third? Where's the third musketeer? Where's D'Artagnan? Or whatever.
Take a deep breath. You'll find him.
Kind of what we came to talk to you about.
You know what? It's fortuitous that you came. I actually really was going to seek you out soon. Come back to my office.
Okay.
And she strides off. I
I
stride
behind her.
All right.
I don't stride. I just kind of shuffle.
I just sort of float.
All right. I assume that you all are aware of the recent tragic death. Oh, so sad, of Simon Legufrier,
Yeah.
late of the Grey Church.
Wait, who? What? Simon? No, who's that?
I'm not familiar.
Yeah, what do you? I don't. Who's?
Obviously, she knows that we did it. I mean, she's not dumb, right?
Yeah, she actually like as you say that, she kind of twitches, and says, "Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, please. Just don't lie to me."
Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we waxed that son of a bitch.
Whoa.
Book shot his ass.
His blood is all over the floor in my pawn shop.
Damn. Book's got like hardcore.
Yeah.
How is Book's the most badass of you?
I like it. I know.
I got the chance.
I mean,
killed the
like,
guy.
Books, let's see, killed a man point blank, then he, like, stormed after a devil worshiper and tried to get into his casino. Lucky you talked
really,
to an old woman, and Paul fell down the stairs and now is a cloud, the gentlest of all substances.
Well, I mentioned to the house that, Simon's the reason. Actually, we were here to talk to you because he did a little something to our buddy. You remember Paul?
Yes, I was wondering where he was.
Well, he's here now.
Hello.
What was that? Oh, that's it.
What?
Okay.
How?
Okay, interesting.
Why?
You're shocked.
What?
Well, interesting. You're shocked. I was really kind of hoping you'd tell us what's going on.
Oh, no, this one is new to me. How delightful.
Mm-hmm.
I am eager to learn more. But perhaps not at the moment.
Okay.
As I have mentioned,
You hear a sort of frustrated sound, a sort of raspy sound emanating from somewhere in the room.
as I have mentioned before, this miasmic entity is a stranger It's relatively new to Las Vegas. It is not something that comes from my realm. I can guarantee you that much. So, if I were to wager a guess, and this really is just me wagering a guess, but we're in Vegas, so you might as well wager. I would say that he's been partially consumed by the miasmic entity, some sort of. If he's even physically present in this portion of the Gossamer, it's much more likely that wherever his true body is, it's distinct at some distant point being cared for in a deep cloud of smoke, and this is just sort of an extension of his will into my domain.
That sounds about right.
Yes.
So what you're
I
saying?
think you. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, he's not dead.
Oh no, my no. He's I mean, I hesitate to say worse. Um, just different. Just a different thing. You
Look,
know?
Paul's not dead. He's just different.
That's the name of my forthcoming autobiography. But
Different.
I think like when she says the word consume, you might have heard a little surprised, sort of grunt or sound or snort or whatever. Because like that isn't, I don't think he really understands exactly what happened, but the thought of being eaten by something else is maybe a little disturbing.
Mhm.
And I'm not really sure how much is like him and how much of it is the miasma's intelligence now. Like how much of my old, self is there. Is
It's
that just
all
up to me?
mixed and mingled together, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Like I think for you, Paul, even as you're here, you are like trying to be yourself, but you're definitely getting glimpses and intimations of what the miasma wants.
Paul, being
Like,
like,
you look around you and you feel a desire to see everything decay into ash.
Mm-hmm.
I think what's really great about being in the Gossamer is no matter how much you try, everything here is still as shiny and new as it was moments ago.
Yeah, that really sucks.
Yeah, it's weird. Everything looks great and never looks worse. What are the
Yeah,
odds?
it's stressing me out.
Uh,
speaking of house, real quick. Speaking of everything always looking great and never looking worse. We got a little bit of intel on your buddy Carlo Carlucci.
Carlo
Mhm.
Carlucci, I hate him.
Yeah. So have you gone ahead and noticed that he's pretty much been 30 years old for the last 40 years?
I've been 30 years old for the last 3,000 years.
Yeah. Well,
Damn.
you're you.
Thank you.
As far as we know, is Carlo? I thought he was a human being. I thought he was human.
He's not Fae. I can guarantee that.
Hmm.
If he's something more or less than human, it is a possibility. It is a possibility. I suppose that does bring me to, perhaps an offer, perhaps a request, perhaps a reminder of the bargain that we did make a few weeks back.
Perhaps an order.
Oh, I'm hesitant to use a word like that. It occurs to me that in young Paul's current vaporial state, he may be of a benefit if I were to call in this request that you invade the Regal Royale Casino and leave a small device in the penthouse.
Oh.
It's actually an especially fortuitous time. As I mentioned, Simon Legufria is dead. Thank
Mhm.
you. It's
Mhm.
not going to take, I guarantee that too. But for the duration, for the next 3, 4 weeks, the followers are going to be all dizzy as they endeavor to bring him back or prevent another cell from bringing him back or get a third cell to make a fake Simon the Courier to take over. It's gonna be hilarious. But
Man, are you lost? I'm lost
I'm laughing.
with the cells and.
I don't think we're supposed to know all the ins and outs of Devilville.
I know it's crazy. I didn't know there
Oh,
was
no,
like
God,
multiple
it's
competing
an
cells.
embarrassment. It is a really fundamental failure of hierarchy in every stretch of the imagination, but they are going to be working quite hard to bring back Simon. When that happens, God, I'm going to give you a warning. This is a freebie from Meebee to Yubi, because you are useful and adorable. But it does mean that they are all in a tizzy right now, and whatever attentions and protections they may have been placing upon the Regal Royale are not. They're nothing right now. The
Got it.
only real members you'd have to worry about are the Fate Weavers, of course, whatever securities they may have left, and I guess Carlo himself, who, again, I imagine he's 90% human. Let's give him a 90% on that.
90%.
Is an assumption.
That's
I
mostly.
have to,
Mhm.
He's more human than Smokey Bear over here.
Whoa.
Does Smokey Bear existed in the 70s? Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I think he's like an 80s thing. Oh, don't worry about the Fate Weavers. My buddy Books has got him in his pocket.
Yep.
No! But that's good that you think that.
All he's got to do is pretty much give himself up to them and agree to have a Fate Weaver lobotomy, and we're good. And they're on our side.
Oh, it's impressive. It's impressive that you can say a thing like that and be so honest and so wrong all at once. Lucky, I'd say never change, but I know you will.
Listen, doll, you're not the one with a oracle on your team. I think we know a little something about the future.
Mm-hmm. Look,
Yeah.
invest in technology stocks. Trust me. There's a little
The one
thing
that's
coming
named after
out.
a fruit. You just gotta trust me on this one.
The internetwork.
DARPA, folks. DARPA is gonna be big. I'm just saying, DARPANet.
Son, I got one word for you. Bitcoin.
Bitcoins.
I'm just saying, the house. How many demon kings have you blown the face off of?
2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we have one, so it's comparable.
I'm not saying it's unimpressive. It's impressive. Well played. Well done, team.
2.
Do you have a team name yet? Like the Fighting Wolverines or Smokey and his Bandits?
Ooh, yeah. He likes that one. You see the smoke swirl. He's a huge Burt Reynolds fan, just FYI.
My point, if I had a point, which I'm sure I did, is that it's a very opportune time for you to make good on your promise to me. I'm not strictly pulling the trigger on you must go now, because really it is a little earlier than I need it to be done. But I am going to have one of my aides pass you a small package on your way out the front door. If you open it, our agreement is forfeit, and so is your existence. Note. And I do recommend taking it to the Regal Royale and setting it where the included map asks you to, at your earliest convenience.
The map is just a drawing of a pentagram, FYI.
Whoa. So
You know what kind.
The good kind.
Mm-hmm.
Question is whatever it is you're doing, like if you want to mess with Carlucci, I'm all for it. Don't get me wrong. That's all I'm about. But is your plan Are you going to be angry when our plan happens? Is our plan gonna conflict with your plan?
I
Yeah.
assume your plan is to kill Carlucci in a terrible passion?
Basically, terrible things to Carlucci. Yeah, that's the general idea.
Yeah.
I will be very happy when your plan comes to pass.
Okay, so good.
The
Good.
more terrible the things, the more pleased I will be.
Oh, we have something very terrible planned.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very terrible.
Yeah, you see two wisps of smoke like rub up against each other deviously.
Friends, if you could get it on film or even bring him here to enact it, such tools I can provide for you.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Lucky, let it be known that I do appreciate when the plan goes incredibly violently.
Oh.
Okay, sounds good. I think we're good now. As long as now that we have a smoke friend and the demons are dead, we'll see what we can do about your package. Consider it done.
All right. Thank you. Is there anything that I can do for you while I am here? I say pointedly not agreeing to do anything for you, just noting that I would be interested to know, and I might be willing to do something out of the goodness of my heart for my friends? My friends.
What do you think, Butts?
It rolls so smoothly off the tongue.
Well, we have a special document here that we think Carlucci might be interested in. We'd like maybe a once over, check the editing.
Just a quick pass for
Make
typos.
sure it's gonna work as intended.
Since you did put out in your downtime about this ancient tome or whatever,
Yeah, I guess not.
should we tell her to start spreading the word to try to build word of mouth about it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember what the name of this tome was? Because I've quite forgotten.
I've been fooling around with Latin translations on Google Translate, but I'm not coming up with anything great.
What's the Latin translation for Latin translation?
I think you had a pretty good name for it, didn't you?
Oh, it's like the
I was trying to do
Demonia
oh, here we go.
Demonarium something.
Let me see if this translates back into. No, that sucks. I tried to do 69 demonic sex tips, but that didn't.
That's just the Demonorum.
Eroticum
Demontate.
Demonorum.
I'm gonna call it the Demonorum, yes.
Mhm.
Just
You know that-
Demonorum.
Yeah, you know
Sure.
that Simon wants to get his hands on that, and so does
He wants to
Carlos.
get more than his hands on it.
Whoa! I heard it has pentagrams in it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, do you mean the good kind of pentagrams?
It's pages of them.
Lots.
Heavens.
Oh yeah, there it is. There it is, right there.
This is all the information I want. I don't think
Mhm.
most of that is going to show up on the old stream, but so be it. Everyone who wanted to see the top of a paragraph, you should have joined the group.
That's for the Patreon only.
Yeah. At the $10 sub level, you get access to exclusive content.
All right, there. Now it's mostly on screen. I'm sorry. So, what is it you want me to do? Spread some word about the Demonorum?
Yeah, that it's available for sale.
Ah, yes. And this is going to further distract those ding-dang old followers, yes?
Well, that and also we've altered a ritual that if it is performed, a demon will eat Carlucci's dick.
Is that
We've-
true?
Edited out some certain ritual safeguards that were included.
It's 100% true.
True.
Because I can tell when you're lying to me. And that
No.
kind of thing would have taken up the whole of your downtime.
We'll do a flashback scene
Yep.
to explain.
You include flashbacks in this game.
Fine. Okay, we're doing a flashback scene. That means that you, Books, need to do a flashback. Make an align roll. You're messing with a ritual, so this is going to be... I guess it's just risky. It's just a ritual.
Okay. 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. You used your, your definite, intense knowledge of, friggin' demonoriums, as well as your arcane intuitions to find like the exact like part of this ritual that actually connotes protection for the caster, and you changed some bits, but since you didn't roll a 6, you don't strictly speaking know what it does. You just know that like whatever the caster does, like they aren't going to be safe from the results, and something bad will happen.
Okay. Good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Might
I think
not
we know
even-
what that. I think we know what that bad thing is.
Gone.
Maybe that'll work for some people, Maybe for some people that counts as the spell working as intended and desired.
Did everything I wanted.
It's inspired, Laura. Not only does it humiliate Carlucci, it will likely lead to me getting my wife back. I mean, there's a lot of facets here. I don't want to break them all down right now, but there's lots of good things that'll come from Carlucci's dick thingy. Just say,
Bad for Carlucci, good for basically the rest of humanity.
yeah. Plus, also, he deserves to have his junk eaten. Just saying. I mean, if anybody does, it's him. He's a bad person.
That's fair. He is definitely a bad person.
Yeah, and like I said, who knows? He may be like, great, this is what I've always wanted. Or he kind of seems like the kind of person who he wouldn't prefer that to be the case, and that's kind of what I'm counting on. And that's what's gonna happen. That's what I'm hoping.
So you're basically saying the fail safes have been removed, is what the effect of
The
this
fail
roll
safes
was.
have been removed.
If something can go wrong, it for sure will.
Mhm. Yeah, comically so. He gets paint cans swung at his head from the stair railing.
Grabs a doorknob. It's
Grabs a
all
doorknob and it's super hot.
hot. Oh, dang it. Steps on a nail, falls down the stairs.
Yep.
Beans.
I mean,
Someone set his head on fire with a blowtorch.
With a blowtorch or an iron or something. Oh!
That was a really good impression of Joe Pesci. Right?
Thanks. All right, so what do we need to do next?
Whatever you want to do. Head on out. Live your own lives.
So now they're going to give us something on the way out,
Oh yeah,
and then we have to go do it right. I'm just asking.
Again, you don't have to
All
do it next if you don't want to, but it's explicitly an option.
I mean,
And a recommended one by someone who will materially benefit from you doing it.
Mhm.
We haven't been to City Hall in a while.
Uh-huh.
We haven't been to the porn store in a while.
Well, speak for yourself. I'm a cloud. I can float around anywhere now.
That's true. Yeah, you're like, I was at the porn store 2 times today.
25 cents? I don't think so.
I bet Hunter's running a little low on peyote, Maybe you can pay him a visit.
I think you see the cloud slowly moving towards the exit from the room. I've decided that's as much as we're going to get from Marilyn, and it's my way of hinting that we should exit stage left.
Yeah. All right. So
And I'm assuming to see somebody at some point that's holding something for us.
Yeah, like there's a concierge just right at the exit, keeping an eye out, who sort of waves at Books. Does not wave at the cloud of smoke.
oh,
Oh, you see it kind of droop a little bit.
Oh. Nobody loves a cloud.
Oh.
Aw.
He gets a little bit darker gray.
Oh.
All right. So how big is this package? What are we gonna have to smuggle into?
It's not very large. It's a wooden box, probably about the size of, it's like the size of a 6-pack, you know?
Nice. It's probably a 6-pack in a wooden box.
Probably.
Yeah.
And there is like an envelope taped to the top of it that says it says books, comma Paul, comma Lucky, comma Heart.
All right. Hey guys,
Aw.
that's us.
Hey.
But who's the heart?
Huh?
It's probably books.
What?
Oh.
I
Well,
knew
he has
it.
been acting like a badass lately, so.
That's right.
She likes a demon slayer.
Mhm.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? Yeah.
He's a regular vampire hunter D over here.
That's
Constantine.
More
Although
like
it really
Vampire
wasn't that.
Hunter B plus.
right. C+. Yeah, come on, not a D. Been studying.
Still room to improve, but very good by any metric.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Mhm. Above average for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so present one of you grabs this. Does one of you read? Does one of you open the envelope and read the message inside?
Oh, not right
No.
there, but
We'd super die, right?
Oh no, that's right. She said we're not supposed to. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, why does it have her name?
No, the
on outside
envelope
of
is
it?
for you. The box. You
That's
can't
what I
open.
meant. That's what I meant. Open the
Oh,
envelope. Yeah, not the box.
we step outside. We step outside of the gossamer, and I open up the envelope and read what it says.
All right. I mean, it really is just
Dirty limericks.
There was an old man from Salem whose
What?
was shaped like a.
There once were 3 chumps from Las Vegas. Oh, I don't know if I like where this is going.
Wait a minute.
Um,
Wait a minute.
What is in there is a hand-drawn blueprint of the top floor of the Gossamer Casino.
Hell yeah.
It is sort of labeled. You can see where, Carlucci's bedroom, Carlucci's kitchen, Carlucci's second bedroom, and there is a
That's the
spot
one
kind
with
of
the
like
pentagram.
in the middle of the front room that has a big old hand-drawn red X there, with a little note in a kind of very neat handwriting. Evidently Marilyn's handwriting, she does use serifs. It's very impressive.
Wow.
It says, "Hide it well."
I did one. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to do some experiments with Paul. I get it.
What does somebody do with 2 bedrooms? I'm just trying to figure it out.
You just fart a bunch in one, and you're like, I think.
Oh, this one is constructed solely for the farts. That's the definition of opulence.
That is.
I want to see. I want to test something. I buy a 6-pack of Keystones, right?
Hell yeah.
And
Paul, get in this king.
then
And you rub it, and I come out, and you get wishes.
I want to see if this cloud of smoke can hold some 6-pack of Keystone. You know what I mean?
Can I absorb the keystone as I funnel it up?
Don't drink them. I want you to see if you can hold them.
Oh, you want me to literally hold the 6-pack,
Yeah.
suspend it?
I want to know what you're capable of. I
Oh.
want to test your limit.
Okay.
Have a mon-
Am I able to do that, Laura? Well, we're
Uh,
outside though, so I think it depends on where we're at.
yeah,
Let's go back to the pawn shop.
I think in the pawn shop, sure. If you set the keystone down on, if you set the keystone down on the front table at the pawn shop, Paul can coalesce his mass around it, and you sort of hear the liquid inside sloshing as it is lifted up within this cloud, and then you hear a series of small pops as the
Hell yeah.
the aluminum begins to decay, and the little tabs get so weak that they just pop out from the
Mhm.
pressure.
Yeah. I've invented the ultimate shotgun. Just shotgun it, bro.
Point of, I think back in the 70s, they didn't have pop-top cans. It was the kind you rolled up.
No, actually, they did have popped off cans in Las Vegas. I've done the research on this.
Oh, it was a
Um,
test mark.
I would I would buy it as being true, or that you're such a good liar that I would still think it's true.
Also, this is an alternate history, as you might be able to tell, because of the ghosts and fairies.
No, they're
Well,
they're there.
all right.
Hey, I've been to Cirque du Soleil. Okay, that stuff is in Vegas.
I've seen both ghosts and
Mhm.
Uh,
okay.
Yes, he can
Yeah,
pick
I
up
saw
a
some little-
six-pack
I
of
saw some little
Keystone
dudes dressed
Light.
like minions. Minions too.
There's all the Beatles.
Our kids were scarred because they saw somebody with like half a minion costume on, and it was an interesting experience. And we saw Spooderman, not Spider-Man. That's a
Spooderman.
trademarked character, but this was someone with a body like mine in a Spider-Man outfit.
Spooderman, I love that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Good guy. Okay, so if Paul holds his box, will he like eat through it, or is it?
Yeah, like how I mean, like I know I have the corrode ability, but I don't know how corrosive I actually am.
That's a pretty good question. I think that, like, something that is already pretty weak, I think you will just sort of corrode it by your nature. Paper, the thin part of aluminum. I don't think you can just corrode this box, at least not in a matter of moments, without really putting your mind to it, without making an active attempt.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, maybe you see the paper kind of darken a little bit on the
Sure.
the plastic, but it's still hanging there.
Okay, so I mean, Paul still works at the Regal Royale.
I don't have a job. I don't have a job. I'm floating around. That's a good thing about being the miasma.
You have a job. You just you still have the uniform, you still have the name tag, and you still have the credentials.
Where?
I don't know, at your apartment.
Okay, maybe. I mean,
Yeah.
they're in a bag in the hospital.
You know what? That's probably true. They are almost certainly, like, with your effects kept.
Yeah.
Would they be, like, at the hospital, or would police have taken them while
Yeah.
investigating your disappearance?
Yeah. By now they
Evidence
would have been
Walker.
transferred, but they would have been taken off at the hospital.
When you disappeared, you're probably at your apartment, right?
No. I'm saying presumably I was in a hospital gown. Somebody had to undress me, put my effects away. Then I disappeared. Then, as Lara's suggesting, the cops take it over. So my, the stuff they took off me now is with the cops. So I didn't just like dissolve in my uniform. I was probably in a hospital gown.
Oh, that's right. And you wore, your uniform all day, every day. I forgot.
Yeah, it was gross and stinky. You could probably find it just by the smell, honestly.
Whew. They had it dry cleaned right away.
Right. So instead of saying you probably had more than one uniform and you probably had more than one credential card at your apartment, you're saying
You
we're
could do that too.
the police.
Nope, they're too cheap. I have to pay for those out of my own paycheck.
All right, new
Like,
plan.
who has 2 employee ID cards, though?
Yeah.
Like, sure, maybe he has a different uniform, but...
All right, so
I guess it is the 70s, though. Does anyone have an employee ID card?
no, they just
No, you just probably have a little name badge that says, Paul.
which you would also wear around all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's embarrassing. He wouldn't take it off, and it's really embarrassing. It says Regal Royale. It's got the little logo, and then it says like Paul. It's the thing they give all the dealers.
Okay, it's a bad plan. Let's not go with that plan. All right, how else are we going to get to the top floor of the car?
No, I still like the idea that I can help you. I mean, one, I probably know some of the building. Two, I can get into pretty much any place right now.
Oh yeah.
So even if I don't have a key card, I don't need key cards to get into certain areas now, and I can move shit around. So I would say I am a key card, if you will.
Don't you think we're gonna have to get you to a certain spot where then you take over? Like I doubt we could just give you the box, say go to the.
Well, I'm not saying I can carry the box around, but I can clear the way for you to, I can assist you in getting where it is that you need to go.
I mean, this is definitely going to be a team effort, but...
All right.
Yes. And you're going to have to physically transport the box. I'm going to have to try and help get you there is kind of the way that I see it.
Okay, this is where my mingle, beguile, and creep and exploit and my little shiesty ways come in handy. Okay, I will be the I guess the person that sneaks through things. Books, we're gonna need you to create some diversions.
Okay.
And just okay, so I can help you out with people, and I can help you out with like breaking stuff. I can obfuscate,
Yeah,
and I can corrode.
and you
So
can like choke people like.
and I can literally choke people out. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And I can't be hurt except by magic or flamethrowers.
Books, is there any way you could provide certain kind of clairvoyance as to what we are going to face or what?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Like,
you could
I-
always gaze into the weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I see this as basically like a heist type thing where we're
Yeah.
basically plotting a path, to the location. We have to overcome some, challenges in our way, and
You're Books is kind of like the Carl Reiner character in the Ocean movies. Like a
books
lot,
could be the planner, could know things ahead of time.
right?
You've got the ghost plus kind of the muscle, and I'm a cloud of smoke that can cloud people's minds or corrode things or open doors or whatnot.
Yeah,
Normal.
Yeah, that was
normal
the
smoke
Brad
cloud.
Pitt role in Ocean's 11, right? The
Yeah,
cloud of
mhm.
smoke.
Look,
Yeah, he was just credited. It was voice work. It was just voice
It's
work.
director's cut.
Mhm.
Books, do you want to do a little bit of introductory clairvoyance before you embark on this mission?
Sure, yeah. I'll
Mhm.
like pull out the map and analyze the. So I found the lunch break schedule for the security guards, and this guy will pass here at this time, and blah blah blah.
Mhm.
I mean,
Here's some cardboard boxes. Everybody get ready to put them on when he walks
Yeah.
past.
If you see an exclamation point above your head, look out.
Well, wait. Let me clarify. Are you just doing like planning, or are you actually using your enlightened senses to see the future?
I think
Yeah,
Book,
maybe I might as well, huh?
yeah,
Okay.
I was kind of phoning this one in. You're just kind of like doing the stuff that anybody could do. I want you to do. I want
So
you to
this
do
this
special stuff.
this would be consult the bones.
Yeah, this is consulting those bones, baby. Give me
Mhm.
those bones.
Boom, 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 boom.
You can ask a question, and I will tell you what ritual you must do to get an answer.
Yeah, like maybe a movement schedule for all the security and stuff.
Seems like a good one.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Tell me that when he consults the bones, he's pretty much like singing Crossroads. He's like, oh,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
No, he's actually singing "Waterfalls" by TLC.
Oh,
Yeah, weird.
all right.
I don't know how it works. It's fucking magic.
Yeah,
Um,
I gotta tell you this. Every time I turn my car on, "The Heat Is On" by Glenn Frey plays on Spotify. I can't figure out why. Because
Good.
I only listen to the besties. I listen to the besties, and every time I stop listening to the besties, I turn my car on. It's like, I'm like, where did Glenn Frey? I don't know if this is an insidious ad campaign by Glenn Frey to boost, listens, but anyway, I just wanted to share that with somebody. The heat is on. And every time I drive, it's getting progressively further in the song to the point that it finally restarted. So I get bits and pieces of it for, 30 seconds at a time until I change it. And then it's like, is this where you left off on "The Heat Is On"? Don't worry, we'll start you right where you left off. So you don't miss any exciting moments of
don't
Glenn
worry,
Frey.
the heat is still
The
on.
heat
The
is
heat
still
has
on,
not
folks.
gone off.
You might say surface heat.
I like that you finish it and it starts over. It doesn't go.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Oh god, that's amazing.
It's been a long day, and this is what I.
Oh my god, like this.
All right, I'm
Okay.
sorry for the diversion.
No,
but I
no,
had to
that was a
share
good
with somebody.
diversion.
No, yeah.
Books. You want to know what are movement schedules as you like? Your gaze traces over the map, and you realize it is missing something. There is something just dreadfully missing from this map, and everything on it does need to be circled in Lucky's blood. It's
Oh,
just
what?
it occurs to you that is what has to happen.
Hey,
You just have to
Lucky.
circle this map in a little bit of Lucky's blood.
Yeah, what's that, Bucks? What do you need? Anything from my buddy Bucks?
Hey, I need some of your blood.
What?
You know,
Yeah,
the
just be
stuff in your
candid.
body.
Why?
You know, blood, you transport hemoglobin that contains iron and.
Oxygen to your.
Why would you need my blood?
Have you know magic and like mystical stuff? Like you don't ask. I don't know, man.
So you have a hunch that you need my blood.
No, it's more than a hunch.
Books, and a little tear comes out of my eyes. I've been wanting you to go down. I've been wanting you to finally embrace this side of you for the longest time now. You can have all the blood you need, buddy. And
Okay.
I take a little knife out of my pocket, a little switchblade, and I prick my finger, and
Okay.
I start squeezing it into a shot glass.
Excellent. Adam, add 1 to your weird and then roll weird.
Yeah.
Weird. I don't have that much.
And here I am so excited that Books is finally doing some crazy.
That is actually this is the first time he has really just done the thing. Okay, 4. 4 is not bad. 4 is going to get you some of the information you want.
Yeah.
So yeah, you follow your instinct and you use Lucky's blood to sort of circle around the map. And what is visible to your eyes and your eyes alone, which are definitely glowing even brighter now, is little kind of droplets of blood welling up and sort of rolling across the map to trace out little pathways, little routes.
Is it laminated?
I mean, no. But they're not actually happening. Only books can see them.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
So yeah, you are granted with the vision of little droplets of blood rolling across the map, and sort of kind of meeting up, welling together, and then splitting up and going off to the edges again. What'd you say, John?
So were the droplets like tracing a path like what I would do, like the path that I would take?
They were tracing the path of multiple people on the penthouse. So, oh no, you know what? That is a better one. The path that someone would want to take. Fuck it, let's do that one.
I mean, it's my blood, right?
Yeah, no, I'm friggin' retcon the thing I just said. Yeah, you don't see a path of guards, but you do see 1 drop of blood rolling across this map, and it is a path where, if followed precisely, Lucky could make his way through the penthouse, from penthouse elevator to the X to elevator again without being spotted.
Okay.
Dude, you're like Morpheus, and I'm like Neo, and it's like the office building at the beginning of the first mission.
Walk to the cubicle to your left. No. Huh? Do it.
Oh my god.
All right. So the question that remains is, how are you going to get to the penthouse itself?
Okay.
And that's probably where we want to just sort of jump into the next mission, right?
Oh yeah.
So let me just ask you one final question. What is your opening? What is your angle of attack here? And then we're going to go into an engagement roll, I think.
We say we're with Hugh Hefner's organization, and we're looking to book your best room for a private party.
Yeah. High rollers. High rollers.
Okay, so it's the 3 of us, and we're all representatives, and so
the 2 of you and a smoke cloud.
Yeah. So Frank Sinatra is playing, da, 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 and you guys are walking in slow mo, and there's a cloud of smoke behind you.
So basically, Books will be there in the, he could be at the whatever penthouse we rented.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, Paul and I can move out and start our covert mission of sneaking and choking out guards with me as
Mhm.
Okay, I like that. So it sounds like your plan is to like go in, rent a penthouse suite, and rock on from there.
I love it because that's
Put it on the
actually
credit
how
card.
I do it in real life. That's a really good plan, Adam.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is good. This is good. Now it is my job to make an engagement roll and to think about how good this plan is really.
Dope.
Really?
I think it's dope as hell.
Think about
I
it.
think so.
Awesome.
All right, you get one die. Is this a bold plan or circumstances working in your favor? You know what? Explicitly, circumstances are working in your favor because the followers, those fucking demon worshippers, are at odds right now.
The circumstances couldn't be better.
Mhm. Exactly. There's multiple demons after us. The prince of like Great Church wants to kill us. We owe fairies a debt. Thumbs up. Things couldn't be better.
Not right now. We're paying off the debt.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You're right. You're a glass half full. I'm kind of a glass half empty.
It's -1 die if there are circumstances working against you or a high level target. I'm gonna say Carlo is definitely a high level target. This
Yeah.
knocks you
Chump.
back down to 1 unless you can think of other circumstances that are really being beneficial for you right now.
We have Smoke Friend.
Carlucci wants the book, and he thinks we might have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he doesn't know who we are. We're not.
We can make a hint that we can say at this private party there's a special private auction for this book.
I mean, we have the advantage of like a very specific map and supernatural powers.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We have a we have a map. We have my exact path plot.
Like diagram, yeah.
Okay,
Like,
you have a plan. You have a plan. I support this. That is taking you to a 2. 2d6 on your engagement roll.
All right, who's rolling it?
I'm rolling it. That's GM's.
Glenn Frey is actually rolling it.
GM's benefit, baby.
Oh,
Mother of God!
You know what?
Literally everything is going to. We have everything perfectly plotted out.
That's not. Yeah, I demand a.
No. The dice stay, babies. The state of California has no say over what I do.
But the gaming charter.
Don't forget the gaming charter.
Established in 1568 by that guy that did the book, whose name I'm scrolling, Count Plopyop or whatever.
Count Plopyop, that guy.
Count Ponsgrop.
Yes. Make the rules right now. How could a team of players come up with a very good plan, have everything going for them, and based on one roll from the DM, have it go completely pear-shaped and wrong? Now we have to do another plan because we got 1 and 1. How is that fair? I mean, I get it. Life isn't fair.
Life's not fair, you know? Here's the thing. You're going up against Carlucci. It's a rough customer.
Wait. I'm looking through the rules. The top of the Abyssal's quick reference. There's a rule we didn't notice.
What is it?
It's almost as if it's being magically written right now.
Where did that come from?
Engagement rolls get 1 reroll? That's odd.
Yeah. Well,
it's on the page.
That's what's in the